Hey, so for ages I've wanted to do a craft room tour, but I didn't really have a craft room. I had a living room with my desk in it. So sorry if you hear Jeremy Kyle in the background. Basically, this is a 2 meter long desk, and then I've got most of my storage here. Over here I've got a little, was a side table in our spare room, but then we had my son, he's asleep over here, and I took it out and claimed it as my own. So anyway, let me get started. Over here, I have 2 chairs because we literally have no storage. Over here is all my 12 by 12 collections. I'm sort of trying to build them up at the moment. In here I've got my photos for like scrapbooking project 365, my iPad case, and then just loads of collections. My main theory behind these collections is that I would like to think that if I got them instead of 6x6 paper pads, because actually 6x6 paper pads take up a lot of room. Then just up here, this is an old chocolate box, and I store a load of my ink pads. Most of these are Paper Mania and Versacolor. I've got a couple of Colourbox chalk inks, and then my paper trimmer. Then coming up to the first thing, except for the sky control, I have all my pens. I don't have a lot of pro markers, so I keep them up here. I've only got like the neutrals ones, and I like to keep them. Then I have things like a spoon for my embossing powders, bone folder, and then various scissors, my Smashbook pens. And this is actually meant to be a stamp cleaner pad, but I've been using it as when I lay up to do paper piercing. So yeah. Then up here I have my Stampin' Up stamps, the ones that I haven't unmounted yet. And then in here just all my brads and my watermark thing for embossing. On top, this is just full of alphas. This whole thing. Alphas or stickers. These are actually from Poundland. You should get them because actually these gems are on a completely different sheet, so you can completely separate them. Things like this. And just really what I have room on, and then some dies. Then right at the back of that is just A4 sheets of different coloured card, A4 paper pad, more paper pads, I think at the end there. Then here I have all of my craft magazines. Now, I found that the best way to store things in a small space is one of these things. So for instance, in the top drawer I have all my like felt tips and gel pens, then all my scissors, all different types and that. These drawers are really deep and really long. Oh, and paintbrushes in there as well. Then I have all my twine and all little bits of ribbon and trimmings. Then mostly flowers in here, and then all of my, well, these don't really have a brand name, they're not stickles or anything, but they're nice. As far as I know, they work just as well. Then in here is all like my stickers and embellishments. Then in here, this is all my scrap paper. It's so deep, so it goes all the way down. Oh, there's just loads and loads and loads of it. Really need to start using it. Onto the second one I have just tags in here, all different shapes and sizes. Just loads of them. I love adding a tag to a card. Just think it looks really nice. In here is all my colouring pencils plus my water colouring pen brush. And this is just like a drawer full of bling. All different types of bling. I'm a bit addicted to bling, and I love it so much that I rarely use it. And then here is just full of ribbon. Loads of different types of ribbon. But the drawers, let me just show you how far they go back up. They're really deep, and that's my hand, so it's, you know, a lot. Then in here is just embellishments, chipboard letters, you know, little bits, pegs, mainly just sort of embellishments, toppers, or something to create a topper. And in the bottom drawer, oh, it's heavy, my acrylic box, acrylic paint, my tool set, some watercolour pens, more pencils, more pens there, and that's it. Oh, knocked that over, great. So if you come along, I sort of friends who've given me cards recently, so it was recently our 1 year anniversary, and my best friend is having a baby, and then this is the card I've made for her baby. I saw this idea on YouTube. I thought it was really cute. I sort of changed it to be my own a bit, and I went a bit crazy with the glitter gel pen things. Then tissue and baby wipes, my heat gun, my Big Shot, and then at the moment, underneath my Big Shot, is a load of cards I've made. So, this one, and another one. Then over this side, I kind of have to share a bit of the desk. I can't expect to have the whole thing. I've pretty much taken the whole thing. I made this. Pinterest is a great thing. Made this. It's just Abe's toy fund, my son. And then it just has all his little pouches of money that we've been saving for him. And then Pinterest also taught me how to make this. And my husband hates it, but I insist on not throwing away. Obviously my inhaler, and it's just like a junk thing, and it's got change at the bottom. And then my scales for when I send things out on eBay. Then below here, okay, so you can't really see because it's a bit dark under here, but Febreze for cleaning the desk. Then back there in that box are literally albums that I've made. You can see them all stacked up there. And in here are all my envelopes, because I don't have anywhere else to store them. Then in here, this is my adhesive drawer. So I have some foam pads, sticky dots. I love Anita's glue, as you can see. Double-sided sticky tape, glue pads, more glue dots, you know, just everything you can imagine and then a sponge that I use for sponging. Then in here is all of my, why can't I remember what these are called, punches, and a load of buttons. I also have another tub of buttons in there, and then a spare cheap paper trimmer under here just in case. And also things like my trimmer blades to replace and things like that. And then in the bottom drawer is my cardstock, so all my blanks and things like that. And lastly, underneath here, because I have nowhere to store it and I don't really want it out on my desk, is all my 6x6 paper pads, and then 6x7, plus an 8x8. That's another 6x6 there. Plus all my journaling cards. Oh, I've been looking at these. Some more dies. My Stampin' Up pads. I'm trying to build a collection. It's taking me a while though. If you come on here, this is all my stamp collection. So they're all sort of stored in these. So this is all loved ones. I really wish when I was started crafting, I'd kept everything in their packaging so I could say, oh, this is this stamp set, but I didn't, so you know. So I just carried on with the way I was going. So yeah, the ones like this where I run out of space, so I'll get another one of these once I've moved, and get some more CD cases. But yeah, I mean, it stores quite a lot. I've got a hell of a lot of stamps now. Anyway, lastly, my big bin anti-fair. So yeah, that was my craft space. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated when I've moved and I can show you all my new stuff. Okay, bye.